When I think of ambitious films, films like 4444, House of Secrets, Breath of Life, Blood Vessel comes to mind. And I'm going to be adding this movie to my list of ambitious films. Did he achieve what he wanted to achieve? We'll find out. But it was definitely an ambitious one. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Alima the Bird, and here I talk everything movie reviews, movie conversations, everything Nollywood. You find it on my channel, so please feel free to subscribe. And if this is somewhere you already frequent, you're a part of this family, thank you for always coming back. Thank you for always watching my videos. Please, I would really appreciate if you drop comments in the comment section. And you also like this video, please. It helps you to recommend our videos more to other people who are interested in content like this. Anyways, without wasting much time, let us go right into the review of A Green Fever. So A Green Fever is a film by Taiwo Egunjobi, popularly known as Taj, and it tells the story of a young man and his daughter in the middle of a curfew find refuge in a strange building. And then we go on to find out that in this strange building a lot is going on, and so on and so forth. This movie has a very limited number of cast. We have Temi Fosudo, he plays Kunmi Braithwaite, that's the main character in the film. We have Darasimi Nadi, she plays Ireti. We have Okezie, she plays Matilda. We have William Benson, he plays Colonel Bashiru. We have Tony Yoshinaike, he plays a soldier in the film. We have Emiola, he plays Colonel Okezie. We have Chuku Martin as Chinasa and Toby Maro as ADC. This is all the cast in this film. Is also a one location kind of film, a one set, one location film. However, I didn't feel like it because, we're able to explore different places. You have to do so much more to, keep up the suspense, keep up whatever is going on in the film so that we're not lost because, we have very little to deal with. So yes, let me go into the acting, what I liked, what I didn't like, and my general overview of the film. So like I said earlier, it's about a father and a daughter who go into this strange house. This strange house belongs to Colonel Bashiru and his girlfriend Matilda, and they also have a soldier. Colonel Bashiru, obviously, like I said, is a colonel, so is a military man. And this movie was set, not very sure about the setting of this film because there were a lot of things that were contradicting each other. But we know that this film was set during the time where there were coups, there were wars, and the likes, right? Because we did hear conversations where they were talking about having a coup. We did see the costume as well. It did give off this kind of 1970s kind of vibe. We heard Kunmi Braithwaite talking about how he and Fela are friends or the likes, or he worked with him. So yeah, we know that this movie is not set in this current generation, right? But I couldn't place my hands on when exactly this movie was set. So from casting to acting, I think those were pretty good. I mean, William Benson was the perfect person for the role of Colonel Bashiru. He had the physique, he had the voice, he had the courage. Everything about him just really did speak to the role he was playing. Temi Fosudo also felt convincing, though I felt like he gave it off a little bit, but it was quite convincing as someone who was Kunmi Braithwaite. Okezie's character as well, she also really interpreted her role well. She was quite dumb, she was quite foolish. I think I liked the act in general. Even Darasimi, who didn't really get a lot of speaking, right? She was really underused in this film, but she was pretty good as well. I think acting and casting worked largely. So let me talk about the things I liked about this film. Let's just go right into it. So the things I liked, I think this movie was a really ambitious one. You can see it from all the details of the film, all the energy that was put into it. This movie made a move to be something really good, and I think that's why it was quite popular at the Afrif. It was screening at Afrif and the likes. So it was a really ambitious film. I really liked that about it. I also like the production value of this film, from cinematography to the angles. It was a one location film, like I said, but we could feel the difference in every room, right? When they moved from one place to another, you can tell. They took us through the entire space. They made us feel like we were moving through space. I mean, many other one location films that we have, they're not so great, let's not lie. So yeah, this one was a really good one. It wasn't like a room and parlor. Even though it was a room and parlor, it wasn't really like a room and parlor, right? That was really good about it. I like the cinematography in this film. We got really interesting shots. We got different angles. I like the lightning in this film. It wasn't too much, it wasn't less. It was just like the perfect amount of everything, right? What else did I like about this film? I think I also liked that the twist of it wasn't entirely related to what the Colonel was doing. I'm just going to give a little bit of spoiler there. When we later found out what Kunmi Breathwaite was about, it wasn't related to what the Colonel was about, right? I like that there was kind of a disconnect there. Some people didn't like that, I'm sure, but I personally just felt like, oh yeah, that means it did feel like an everyday thing, because I could predict that, oh, this is where this angle was going to come from, but the fact that it wasn't that angle, it just made it more interesting. I'm like, oh, okay, though the revelation of it wasn't quite nice, but yeah, I liked that. What else did I like about this film? I like the feel of the film, right? The tone and the feel of the film. Generally, it was nice. It was just interesting to flow with. Not at any point did I feel like, okay, what am I doing here? Though I did feel like that towards the end, but yeah, I just feel like the entire feel of the film was nice. And it was, yeah, if you are very interested in filmmaking, or if you're interested in like seeing different kind of things, this is the kind of film that you'll probably enjoy, because you pick a lot of notes from it, right? So yeah, those are the things I liked about A Green Fever. To the things I didn't like about A Green Fever, first off, I didn't like the score in this film, the sound. Guys, it was jarring. At the beginning, it was quite okay, because it made me like it helped to build up my suspense level and made me feel like, okay, what am I waiting for? Okay, is this horror? Okay, what kind of thriller is this gonna be? And I was really anticipating a lot, but at some point it just became very annoying to hear, because nothing was happening. Why do I keep hearing this sound? Right? You just keep saying drum, 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 but I'm not seeing anything happen. So yeah, that was quite annoying. I didn't like that about the film. I also felt like the story was quite lacking. This was supposed to be a slow burn where we now find out a lot of things, right? Where we now feel like, oh yeah, this is the big revelation. But the story didn't give me any big revelation. Even the moment where we find out everything that was going on, who Kunmi Braithwaite truly was, it was quite underwhelming for me, because I'm like, okay, and I know that this was not the intention of the filmmaker, obviously, but it just did not land. And I think it's because they did not build enough. They didn't give us enough to work with going through the film. Like, there were a number of lazy conversations that were going through, that were happening in this film. I was just like, can we speed things up? If this was a short film, I think it would have worked better for me, because I just felt like they were just extending time and dragging it. And it was not even a long film. It was less than 90 minutes ago. I think it ran for about 1 hour 20 something minutes. So you can imagine, for 1 hour 20 something minutes, and it still feels dragged. It could have just been a short film, to be honest. Also, I'm still going to be talking about story again. I don't want to give too much spoilers, but I'm going to say that there were a lot of loopholes in this story. Now, Kunmi comes into this house with very little or no plan. Though it feels like he had a plan initially, but now that his plan has failed him, he doesn't have a plan B. It doesn't seem like he can spin something up last minute. It seems very lazy for someone who is supposed to be smart, because at the end, he's having this kind of look on his face like, oh yeah, I'm a master planner and all of that, but he doesn't seem smart to me. He doesn't make really smart choices. His motivation could be questioned. It didn't seem like he knew exactly what he was doing, in essence, right? So yes, that's another thing I didn't like about this film. Like I said, dialogue as well. At first I liked dialogue, but I just got tired of it. It just felt like it was becoming unnecessary at this point. And also, they kept telling us a lot of things, but they were not showing us as much. At the end, they did show us, but at the beginning, they were telling us, oh, this Colonel, if he comes here, this and that, he's gonna do this, gonna do that. But then he came and he was the softest man ever. I mean, there were scenes where he could have passed as being aggressive, but like they were not very loud or very pronounced for me, right? I also found him very questionable, like his actions, his choices, they just kind of stressed me, because I'm like, if you're a colonel and you have, a damsel in distress in your house, you have something massive that you're planning going on the side, why didn't you tie this guy up that was randomly in your house? Why didn't you just go and lock him somewhere and be like, until I find out everything about you, I'm not going to let you go? Like, I feel like he was a very lazy colonel. Even the way that he was brought down and stuff, like, that was just quite lazy for me. I also feel like the way Kunmi was quite trusting of Matilda and placed his entire plan on that was shocking. Like, for someone who was supposed to be experienced and competent in whatever he was doing, that was shocking for me. I already mentioned that the ending was quite underwhelming, very underwhelming, and even the way it just ended, it felt very unfinished. Felt like when it ended, when I saw the credits rolling right after the last scene, I went back to check, wait, did I miss a scene? Like, how did I go from here to here? Because it just felt like we just jumped and we just got to that. Somebody even suggested that maybe money finished on sale, I just had to wrap it up. But like, it was very, I understand that some people might say it was open-ended, but I didn't feel like it was open-ended. I felt like it was just there. It just ended abruptly, unfinished. Yeah, that's the word. Something I would have suggested, or that I wish happened, is that I wish Kunmi had given them to green fever. You come into this house, you say your daughter has green fever, you're scared for her life, you want to save her, and you're trying to convince this girl to help you and all of that. But you just kept repeating the same lines about green fever. Oh, my wife died while I've giving birth to Ireti, blah, blah, blah. Oh, she has green fever, it's very dangerous, worse than cancer, blah, blah, blah. And that was it. You did not, like, even the girl was fine after they just poured water on her head. And I know that obviously she was just a part of the story, but like, I feel like it would have been more believable. It would have been, more convincing and less suspicious to me as an audience if he had given a bit more context into green fever was like, or what it was about, or how it affected his daughter. Just a bit more context, to be honest. Like, let's go deep, let's feel like, oh, your stuff, and maybe make the girl look sick, like actually sick, rather than just putting her there and nothing was happening to her, because she was fine. All she needed was water. Just put water on her head and they could have kept him moving, right? I also really didn't like the concept of this film in general, because I felt like it didn't reach where it was supposed to reach. Like I said, it was a very ambitious film. So yes, there were so many that they were trying to put in and make sense of, but it just did not hit, right? It's like you've been like, everybody can tell that, oh, you did put a lot into this, but yeah, that's what it was. You just put a lot into it. Where are the results? We cannot really see it. So I think that's pretty much all the things I didn't like about this film. In general, it wasn't actually a bad film. I could even watch it again, right? Aside from the fact that it was quite underwhelming, and the sound, majorly, those two things were my major problem. The sound, guys, I was so pissed. I'm like, okay, can I watch this thing on mute at this point? Because why'd you keep making horror sounds when it's not an horror film? When we're not getting, it wasn't a thriller, to be honest. Because like I said, I didn't like the concept because it did not land. You say something is a thriller, but you know they thrill. The thrill, no they there. You get my point. But yeah, again, it wasn't a bad film. It was actually a good film. It was actually a good film. Despite all these things that I have mentioned, it was actually still a good film. I think I would recommend it if you do want to watch something different. The story is quite different from what we've been seeing lately. It's not regular, they also worked with very little and made the most out of it. Very little, but made the most out of it. I'm not even going to lie. Like, one set, very few people. But yeah, they did work with that, and they did a great job with that. So I'm gonna say you should definitely check it out. A Green Fever is on Prime Videos. You should check it out. Give your thoughts in the comment section, what you think about it. I think it wasn't bad, but it could have been way better. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to be giving numerical ratings anymore, because going back, I checked some of my videos and I'm realizing that some of my ratings, I don't think they were correct as at the time I get. Like, if I look at them now, and I'm like, no, I wouldn't have given this movie a 7. It's probably a 5. No, this movie is probably a 6. So I'm just going to stop giving those ratings, and I will stick to just giving my opinions and my review of it in general. And yeah, I'll leave you guys to decide what you think it is. So please do feel free to tell me all your thoughts in the comment section. I want to read them. I want to share more in the comment section, because obviously I don't always get at all of my thoughts in one video, so there's so much more that I could say, but we could continue that conversation in the comment section. And as always, please excuse the noise in my background. I haven't found the solution to that yet, a permanent one. So I'm gonna end this video here, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.